Good morning everyone and welcome to class plus one. I hope you will do well in this class also, and we will begin on a high note. So first of all, I want to inform you that we have several subjects in class plus one for both science and commerce streams. And first of all, I would like to tell you about the curriculum or syllabus which you are going to follow this year and the next year, that is plus one and plus two. So to know about the syllabus or curriculum about your class plus one, which is very much important for every student listening to me right now, that you must know your curriculum before you start any of your classes. So we go to the website called cbseacademic.nic.in. This is a website which we are very much familiar from class 10 as well, because we have used this for various type of CBSE interactions and circular downloads. So just like last year, we click on the curriculum, and when we click on the curriculum, we see curriculum for the academic year 2020-21. Here the last year we were dealing with secondary curriculum, that was for classes 9 and 10, and this year we will start dealing with senior secondary curriculum, which is classes plus 1 and plus 2. If we click on this, we see several categories: initial pages, languages group L, academic electives group A, cross-elastic areas and resources. We will click on academic electives group A to know about our elective subjects. And we have two subjects here, like computer science and physical education. You can opt any one of them. So if you are watching this video, that means you have elected computer science as your main subject instead of physical education. And if you are thinking that physical education is what you want to do, then you should quit this video now, because you can do only one of them as your main subject. Okay, so let's begin with the computer science one. When we click on the computer science one, the syllabus will be loaded here, and it is very much clearly shown there that the code number for this subject is 083. I repeat, the code number for this subject is 083. So please keep in that mind. The subject code is very much important for each subject. Okay, let's have a look on the syllabus first, so you can understand that what you're going to study. First, we have three sections class plus one. One is computer systems and organization. One is computer thinking and programming part 1. Part 2 will be done in class plus 2. And third is society, law and ethics. So out of 70, 10 marks are for computer systems and organization, 45 are for computational thinking and programming, and 15 are society, law and ethics. Okay, so society, law and ethics is completely theory practical, and how we'll know that? Because there is no practical period assigned to it by CBSE. So 70 marks we have, and we have 110 theory classes and 70 practical. This is 180. This is an effective whole year plan, so we have to study it every day of the week. So let's begin with the overview of first section is computer system and organization. So this is a introduction, we will see that later. Now this is computational thinking and programming. So here we are dealing with creating software. So in class plus one, we will start learning how to create a software, means a set of instructions which we will give to the computer, and computer will do a task for us. So for this purpose we need a computer language, a language which is understood by computer. So we have Python language here, which we will do for next 2 years, and we will come to that later. Scroll. And the last topic, society, law and ethics, as I shown you in the top of the syllabus, that society, law and ethics is a total theoretical concept. It is very much important for us because it gives us ethics to use technology, that we can't do anything with this very powerful tool called computer. So we will do that later when the topic is there. So this whole syllabus is comprised of 70 marks of theory and 30 marks of practical. So if you see the practical thing, that we have to maintain a practical file, which I will like you to maintain whenever we do a Python program. So we need to keep record of minimum 12 Python programs in a practical file. Here it is mentioned as report file, and from that report file we will have a viva on a practical day, which will be of 3 marks. So you can see out of 30, 10 marks are only for that report file, which we are now starting to make and to keep record of. And how to make that? We have to keep record of all the programs which we are going to make in this class in the next year. So minimum is 20, maximum is nothing given there. It's not bad to have as many programs you can have. It will be very helpful for your career and also for next year. 8 marks is a project. We'll come to that thing later, after we have some preliminary knowledge about this subject and have efficiency in coding. We come to the project part, which will be 8 marks in the practical, and this makes it 18 marks. So remaining 12 marks, at number 1 you can see we have to make a Python program on the day of practical, and we will be getting marks out of 12 for that. So you can see this is a quite vocational type of subject where we need to do lots of practical throughout the year. There is nothing like that you can do one thing now and you can do practical when the exams come in later at the year. This is an all-around subject. Every week we are doing practicals, we're doing theories, we're making practical files, and after a few months we are also working on a project along with our team members. So let's begin and welcome to the journey. For today I just give you an idea about Python language, because as you can see from our marks distribution, the syllabus 45 marks. I repeat, 45 marks are for computational thinking and programming, in other words is for Python. So I want you that next time when we come for a class and we will do a basic Python program, you must know about it. So for Windows users, you have to visit Python website. So for Windows users, we need to download Python software in which we can make programs. So the website will be python.org, and when we go to the python.org, we will find here download, and so when we click on the download section, we will presented with the latest version of Python 3.8.2, and we scroll down, it gives us information that which type of versions they are available for Windows and for Mac and for Linux. And we scroll down further, we find out that there are download files. These two files can be used to install it on Linux. This is for Mac OS, which I use on this computer, and these are Windows version. You can download and have it running. In computer labs we are going to use Linux, so we will use Linux Python 3 means version 3. We will use Python 3 on Linux, which will be already installed on that. Why I'm telling you this, because if you want to install Linux in your laptop or home computer, then you will not need to download any of these things because it will be pre-installed into it. Similarly for Mac, I have installed here. In this tutorial I will use Mac compiler or Mac Python. So let's begin. But for Windows users, please download one of these and install it on your computer. After installing and running, there is no difference between Mac, Windows or Linux versions. All are having same procedures. So let's begin. When I click on terminal, which is also same as for Linux, we can find terminals in both Linux and also we can find it in Mac OS. So I hope this is visible to you now. Okay, so how to run Python? we set Python 3 in the terminal, press enter, and you can see we have a Python interface over here. And things to note are these, that Python 3.8.2, this is a version which is running in this computer, and you must check it, you must be running the latest one for this course, and other things are just developer things. So how this thing works, so these 3 arrows you can see, 1, 2 and 3. These 3 arrows are the prompt where you will type in your Python commands. In coming classes I will tell you that there are some other ways to run Python also, but today we'll just see the interpreter mode. What is interpreter mode? Interpreter mode is that where you type the command and you get the answer or its output at the same time. You type the line, press enter, output. You type next line, enter, and it executes. So let's check how it works. So in interpreter, type pre or int. This is print command. We'll discuss about that later in detail. Print command is followed by set of parentheses 1, 2, and these parentheses are actually a part of print statement, and whatever you want that print statement prints on screen, right in between these things. Like in double quotes we say my name is Darwin. I say press enter. You can see my name is Darwin is printed over here. Okay. Similarly, we can also get it print some mathematics also. So they print, because we're using numbers, we'll remove double quotes also. We say print 10 plus 20, 10 plus 30. We say 40. So you can see it can not only print the messages, it can also print result of math also, math sounds also. So this is pretty simple one. We can get a difficult one like what is 19.5 multiplied by 47.3. This is an answer. So this is very cool. And before we exit the terminal, we have to exit Python. So we say QUITE. Okay, now you can see that I told you that after print we have to put a set of parentheses after print statement. So similarly we have to put a set of parentheses after quit. And if we won't do that, you can see that Python interpreter is so friendly, is so user friendly, that it tells you that what you have done wrong and what is the correct way to do it. So this is an example I want to give, that if you don't know how to write a statement correctly, then write it as much you know, and then Python interpreter will guide you through. So it means it wants me to write this parenthesis set after quit, and you can see we are back on our terminal. Now we can turn it off. So I hope you have understood that what we are going to do and which subject you want to opt from computer science and physical education. And if you are deciding that you will do computer science, I hopefully see you in the next class. Thank you very much, and install Python in your computers before the first class so that we can do the practicals straight away. Thank you.